Open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, it's pictures from the book
This is the voice of reason. I'm baby Oprah. Voice of reason. Voice of reason. How y'all doing out here tonight? But welcome guys to another episode of The Voice of Reason. I'm your host, baby Oprah, also known as Kadi. And of course, I have a special episode set up for you guys today. But before we get into it, let me introduce my co-host for the day. Well, they're going to introduce themselves. Beautiful ladies, will start left, going to right. This is my left, right. Left, going right.
That's
Noelle.
me. Hi guys, my name is Noelle.
What's your name? What's your sign? Well, you said your name. What's your
My name
sign?
is Noelle. I am a Taurus. April 25th, if y'all want to buy me presents. It's never too early.
I'm Rizzy. We got our zodiac signs.
You can.
I'm a Virgo, and I'm excited.
All right, my name is Red. I am a Taurus. That's why I think we kind of relate. This comes to a little savage in this.
Y'all can buy her some gifts too.
And happy to be here.
My name is Aleah. I am a Sagittarius.
Yes, girl.
Yes,
Another Sag. We talk too much shit. But yeah. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. So today's episode, I know y'all dying to know, is about women and cheating. Now, to any of my exes watching, I've never cheated a day in my life. Okay? Just in case y'all want to call me. But I have to be honest with myself. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is, with people asking me to talk about this topic too, is I realize I am very biased when it comes to cheating as far as women versus men. And I don't think it's just because I'm a woman too, but in my past, I've always known the women who've cheated, I've known them to have, to me, a good reason. Like, 9 out of 10 times, if a woman was cheating, I didn't feel bad. Like, I'm guilty for being that ride or die friend. I would lie for you. I will be your alibi. I would even look at your man dead in the face and call him my bro, knowing damn well that you cheated on him. But it wasn't even because I'm just a fucked up person. It was, no, for real, all my friends who have cheated, it was like, I would never tell a friend to leave their man. I feel like you need to leave on your own terms. Otherwise, you're just going to go jump in another relationship with somebody who's worse than your main man. So you got to learn the lesson you need to learn. But I do be feeling some type of way with how, like, a lot of the guys in their relationship is either dogging them out, not appreciating them the way they should, or probably cheating on them too, or cheating on them first. So I never felt bad with the women I've known to cheat versus men who would just cheat because this guy is blue. Yeah, like, I have male friends who cheat on their girls, and I would go ham, like, the girl is my blood sister, and it's because 9 out of 10 times, every man I've known to cheat really cheated with no reason. So it made me really want to get into it more as far as women and our mindset when it comes to cheating, because with guys, we could go all day long, but with women, there's this mystery because, in my opinion, we're better at cheating than men are. So, to get all of y'all thinking, even y'all behind it, I came across this article. It's called worrylovers.com, and it gives you 20 tips on how to know when your woman is cheating on you. So I'm going to listen to y'all before we get into these discussions. So the first one is, they constantly accuse you of being a cheater.
That's a lie. No.
These not facts, you guys.
These not facts. This is by Worry Lovers, so this is according to them, but let's go down the list and see what we think is true or not. They've become more judgmental towards your marriage or your relationship.
What?
Like, I feel like I've done this. Yeah, but I feel like that's usually the pre. If you're going to get to the point of cheating, I feel like every woman at least warns their man, like, I'm not happy.
I think
I
think the first one they said is the exact opposite. I think once she stops accusing you of cheating,
then she's probably already cheating. That's when you should worry. Like, once I stop worrying, you should worry about why I'm not worrying.
I saw that meme.
Yeah.
The third one is your marriage or your relationship is all of a sudden better.
Possibly.
Especially if you're a dude and you know you ain't do nothing better, like you haven't changed anything about your act or the relationship, and your woman just started becoming happy out of nowhere, it ain't you, bro.
It is. All your needs are being met.
And you know you still the same ain't shit, nigga. Like, who is making her happy? It ain't you. The fourth one is they look better than normal more often.
Because we have to keep ourselves, uppity. Up
For the new dude.
For the new guy.
Yeah. Not even
that.
that.
Look good for him.
I think it's more of a happiness thing. Like, when you're in a relationship and you're sad, at least when I was in one, I wasn't really happy. I wasn't really taking pride in myself. I wasn't really caring about how I looked. But once you have somebody who's fulfilling that need and making you happy, you're naturally just going to project your happiness that you're feeling. Yeah. So, of course, you're going to start getting dressed up. You're going to start taking care of your hair. Because now you feel good. And then you have that person you want to look good for, too. So...
that feeds into the idea of, like, a lot of the times when men stop appreciating the woman that they're with, or maybe they're showing their attention to different women, so it makes you start feeling like you're not valued. That new relationship rush that you get with talking to somebody new, that makes you want to dress up.
It makes you want to just feel like, because now you feel like, oh, I'm that bitch. Like, before, I feel like I was that bitch because you was cheating. Now I feel like, all right, I'm that bitch. I can go put some heels on. Do you feel like that about a relationship in general when you've been with somebody for too long, where it's like
you get comfortable,
you don't get excited to just be cute for them anymore?
Well,
like,
see, I try that. I try.
Yeah.
I try to get cute randomly or just be sexy as hell randomly. You have to, but that's if I'm still inside. If I'm not, you fall off.
You gonna get this bonnet? You gonna get this bonnet?
The bonnet and the sundress, that's it.
I'm done. The old sundress from 2008. I want a sundress.
Now it stays in the chicken.
Okay, let's see what else they have here. They said they aren't talking to you as much. If I'm not talking to you no more, what do I need you for at that point? Like, I would.
Yeah, tired of
that's
your
true.
ass. I'm not talking to no more. Like, whatever. Oh, definitely. Like, what? Because this other man has my whole attention.
Right.
And I'm digging him so much. So I'm daily like, nigga, get out of here.
Okay, what about they avoid the conversation when you try to confront them on it? Have
That's
I ever
definitely
confronted
true.
you on cheating?
Yeah, but even in general, even if you're not cheating, you still don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah. Right.
So I
definitely don't want to have it when I am cheating.
No, they need to correct it.
I want to ask that question. So wait, you said you
like
not cheating?
Yeah, like I'm engaged. So I haven't cheated in years, but just like we talk about it, he like, he act like I'm cheating when he suspect I'm cheating. He say something like, oh, are you talking to somebody else? I'm like, what? Don't bring that bullshit to me. Like,
I feel like
I don't want to talk about that.
I agree with you.
I don't even want to talk about that.
But if I'm not cheating, I won't. I'm like this in general. If you accuse me of something and I'm not doing it, I'm not gonna explain myself.
Exactly.
But if I'm lying, I'm gonna go hard. Like, hold on, let me show you 3 o'clock. I be going in. I'm like. But if I'm telling the truth, I had dated someone who was very insecure and would always need, I feel like men, whenever they need like reassurance, they always accuse you of cheating. It's never, I'd rather you just be like, babe, do you still like me? I'll ask that when I'm in a relationship. Every 2 seconds I gotta ask, you still want to be here? Like, because I know niggas be with girls for charity. Let me know if you don't want to be here so we could go. But I feel like men, when they are either insecure or to me, when they're cheating, they always try to accuse you. And I'm like, I am so offended, especially if I know I'm not cheating, that you will even accuse me of that. So I'm not explaining myself.
Yeah.
No, you're completely right.
Yeah, but if you cheating, shit, I'm a lie because I don't care if you break up with me. I can't be the bad guy. Like,
I feel like my whole thing with lying is if you think I did it,
I probably did it, honestly. Just because if I ask you if you did it, I probably already know you did it. What I don't like is when you ask somebody, did you do it, and they tell me no. It's like, I'm not dumb.
Right.
I already know you did it. So if you ask me and I already did it, I'm probably going to tell you that I did it, and then we just have to fix the problem. Shit. At that point, we just have to fix the problem that we have.
I feel like that only applies for women. When we ask you, we already know.
Exactly.
I feel like when guys ask you, they be trying to like play you. Like, she about to tell on herself because I'm going to just accuse her and see how she acts.
Because at that point, like, for me, like,
I've never cheated, like, just because I went to the club, oh, you were cute. It was always an emotional thing.
So at that point, if I'm cheating and it's an emotional cheating and you already asked me, there's no point because I'm already emotionally out the relationship. So I'm going to tell you I did it and give you the option. You either stay here and we fix it or you leave. But I already did what I did. There's no fixing it. And I'm already halfway out the door. So.
That's Aleah. Have you ever been accused of cheating?
Yes, I've been accused of cheating.
What's the difference when you were actually cheating and when it was just...
Well, when I was, same thing, when I was actually cheating, To be honest, I would just confess and just say that I was. Depending if...
A bold girl.
I would just, like, if I knew I wasn't and he would still accuse me, it was more like an insecurity thing because it was more... He was just an insecure person, and then it kind of... His insecurities kind of got brought onto me in a way, and I started feeling insecure about myself. So it was more... Sometimes he would just accuse me just because of how he was feeling, but there was something I was actually cheating, and I'd be like, "Yep, I was. This is what."
And y'all stayed together afterwards?
Yeah, we would still stay together afterwards. He decided to stay in it, but in all reality, I should have walked away from that because the reason why I was cheating is because I wasn't happy. So I should have just left that relationship, but I didn't. Wow. But we still stayed together after that, but. Nothing was fixed. Nothing, because the same issues were still coming about.
If you would have left, you would have felt like, oh, I'm leaving because I messed up. Meanwhile, you were unhappy the whole time.
Exactly.
So for you, like, oh, now it's just looking like, oh, because
You know what I realized, though? Some men don't let you leave. Like, like, that's what happened with me. Like, when I did it, and I was like, all right, I cheated, I'm ready to go. It was like, why are you taking a break? What?
Yeah, no, let me tell you.
What do you mean, why I'm taking a break?
My theory.
I'm not happy. You're not happy.
This is my theory.
Why you want to be with me?
I'm going to tell you why he did that. This is my theory when it comes to confessing to cheating and just my idea on cheating in general. Like, the reason why, first of all, I've never been in that many relationships, so I don't take pride in never cheating in a relationship, but my option was always to leave. I might come back, but I'm going to leave when I do my dirt because I feel like men, the way they process is like, the guy could have been doing 3 million things wrong, cheated on you with 300 bitches, and then you just went and kissed the guy. The moment he tells himself, you were wrong, or she a hoe, like, they'll tell themselves things in their head to make you the bad guy. They'll never process, yo, I did do this and this and this to this girl, which let her get. Women, we do that. That's why we so forgiving. Like, a female will probably not do nothing wrong, be like, well, I did, like, let loose. I wasn't really being myself. I wasn't dressing up. I see why he cheated. Men don't do that. Once men see you as the wrong, even if they stay, they gonna do you dirty. And my heart can't take that. I feel like once a guy know that I cheated on him, he coming for blood. He might not tell me, but he going, like, to redeem his manhood, he probably fucking around go try to sleep with it.
At that point, what's the point of being in a relationship?
That's my point. That's why I leave. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm gonna leave and let's take a couple years, let's regroup.
So when you
once you're not mad no more.
So when you don't do that, like in my situation, what the fuck is why? Why the question is,
why do you stay?
Like, oh well, I know why I stayed.
Why did we stay? Well, I don't know. Why did I stay? Because like you had what you just said? What was the difference between cheating
and them asking you and confronting you?
First of all, he was insecure as hell. He was
I feel like that's always the...
Yeah, that's what it is.
We're going to talk about that more because I feel like if a guy is insecure and he's always doing it, honestly, I think it pushes you to the person. Because even though I never cheated, I dated a guy who will always bring up this ex all the time. And I was really done with the ex before I met. First of all, that's weird. I don't like seeing men in like insecure type states. Like I always say, it's not manly. Like I'd rather you be upfront and tell me your emotions. Like, oh, I really like you, I love you. But tell me, and we're not about to talk about no other men. And like that shit makes you look weird. Don't get that comfortable with me where you don't think I'm looking at you like that. Go ahead.
So I wouldn't say it's not manly. I think we do this thing with men and women, and we say that men can't be emotional, and women, we get insecure too. So I can't say like, if I tell my guy like, oh, who's this, and he has to respond to my insecurity. I can't expect him to respond to my insecurity if I can't respond to his insecurity the same way. So I wouldn't say him showing his insecurity is a sign of him not being a man. It's just a sign of him not being stable in his relationship.
I think it's the way they do it. I feel like as a woman, because if I feel insecure, I'm very blunt. Like I'm gonna say exactly how I feel. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be like, oh, you hug this girl. I'm gonna be like, you used to mess with this girl, and I feel like you still like her, and I'm gonna be real. I feel like men won't be like, oh, I feel they'll be like, oh, you a hoe, why you looking at, like, they'll be aggressive about it.
I don't think men know. I think the bottom line when it comes to insecurity with men and like emotions, I think a lot of men are not trained on how to express their emotions. Because they're not. It's the sad fact they're not trained on how to express their emotions. So when they get into these situations where they have girls who happen, like, especially guys who date like bad women, like you have a real badass girl, you're gonna be, you don't know what to do. So all you're doing is, who's that nigga liking your picture? Why he in your DMs?
Well, and you feel like, yeah, I saw that nigga.
In my first situation, he was insecure as hell. He was so jealous. He was handsome as hell. And then you got me, and then I'm just out here on some savage shit. Not even on no savage shit. I was just social. I was cool as hell. Just cool as hell. Somebody say, "Oh, what's good?" Somebody say, "Hi, oh, what's good?" Why you so cool? Why you so friendly? I'm like, yo, relax. Like, just chill the fuck out. And his nigga was insecure as hell. So, so the insecurity came with disrespect. Because he was so emotional. He didn't know how to handle that shit. He like, you too cool. Or people, niggas like talking to you. I'm like, because I'm not disrespectful as hell. And I get him a little tiny conversation, but not too friendly. And I let him know that I'm in a relationship. And like I said, when you too insecure, it gets disrespectful. Yes. Because that's just insecurity of a man. And the disrespect came to a lack of communication. And then that leads to other shit. So
once a guy, if you know what it is, the worst part is when, did you ever feed the insecurity? Like try to reassure him and be like, no, that's not the case, or you just was like...
No, I tried to reassure him, and then after a while, I'm like, whatever. Right. Yeah. After a while, I just gave up. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here with that. Then he like, you really don't care. You really don't care.
I don't. It's over. I don't care.
That's real. That's so real. You know what it is? I feel like when you feed the insecurity, I always used to be like, well, I don't give a fuck. Like if I know I'm not doing nothing and you have nothing to accuse me of and you start accusing me, the reason why I will be so savage about my reaction is because I feel like it then will become like, that's when the disrespect comes afterwards, because it's like they're using it to feed their insecurity. Exactly. So it's like the more you feed into it, it's like, okay, that's giving them more fuel to boost their ego instead of having a real adult conversation about what they feel.
But his insecurities, that shit start rubbing off on me bad as hell.
How does it rub? Y'all both said that. What do you mean by how does it rub off? Like now you start being insecure, do you feel bad?
Well, me personally, he was so insecure and jealous, it made me insecure as hell. I'm like, who is that? Or he probably think I'm cheating because that's what he doing. Or he think I like this body type because damn, maybe he like this body type, and that shit had me tripping.
Wow.
Fucking tripping. I'm on pretty as hell, good dress, intellectual, smart. You know what I mean? You can hold a conversation with a nigga, and this nigga had me tripping. Like I wanted to lose weight because I thought he liked this skinny girls and I wanted to not do this. That nigga fucked me up.
That's crazy.
His insecurities fucked me up.
Aleah, you nodding. Was it the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing. Also, in a way, it made, like I said, made me feel very insecure about myself, like my body, like how I look. Like I would be like, okay, maybe he likes this type of person, and I would try to fit that. And then also, I didn't take care of myself either, so I would eat a lot because I started to get depressed because of the situation that I was in, and I would eat a lot. I had gained a lot of weight, and I just wasn't. I started to get very insecure with who I was, and I
like that though.
Because of the insecurities that he had, he was putting it on me.
Was he always accusing you?
Yes, always accusing me. Yeah, always accusing me of cheating. Always accusing me of, oh, I know you're still dealing with this one and now. And at that time, I really wasn't.
Right.
Like I really wasn't. I wasn't dealing with anybody or anything like that. But he always accused me over and over again. And then it got to the point where, okay, you keep on accusing me, I'm just gonna do it. Like it just got to the point, like I'm really sitting here trying to show you that I'm not out here cheating, that, you know, I'm being loyal to you and everything, but you keep on accusing me because of your own insecurities that you haven't dealt with.
And also to piggyback off that, because he was so insecure, it made me cheat because he'll say some you was always complaining about some stupid shit.
Yeah. Just looking for something.
Like on the regular. So now I want to just mac with a nigga that could just have a regular conversation. It was a wrap. And then I run into a bunch of good men. So we got this big handsome man. We go out for dinner. He cool as hell. So I want to keep going out because we could just sit and have a conversation about nothing stupid. 6-something, girl.
Girl, hovering over. All that chocolate just hovering over. That's not a temptation. You gotta watch out for these chocolate niggas. Chocolate niggas winning.
You know, and I went on a couple dates with the same person. Then I went on another date with somebody else. Like, and then I would come home to him. That's cheating. We talk about cheating. How you cheat
saying you probably went home, looked at him like,
man, I will go out, have a nice ass time here, hit me where you at. I'm at such and such with my with such and such.
Did you bring your best friend involved then?
Always.
Always. I'm that friend.
My best friend.
My friend's always me, okay?
Yeah. And then he started thinking we fucking. And he
you and a friend?
you having sex with what's his bitch name so bad?
Wait, go. Oh yeah, he was next level insecure.
Yo, you having
oh my god.
You having sex with such and such? I'm like, no. Why y'all always together? I'm like, that's my bitch.
Right.
Like that's my bitch, and he thought.
But is she gay?
No, she not gay, and I won't touch this damn girl. I would not touch her. I would not touch her.
Yo, niggas will make a whole situation up in their
That's why
and fucking believe
this is
it.
the
Listen,
thing.
that shit is dangerous because let me tell you something. This insecurity shit comes with a real. It comes with
PTSD, and it's real.
No, it
like,
does.
you know
Like,
what it is? I think it's a manipulation tactic.
It is.
And once I learned that,
it rubs off
it's a
on
control
you. It does.
thing.
It's a very controlling, like it's abusive. I had one time somebody told me, like my ex, he told me that this short guy was texting me at 3:00 in the morning. First of all, I don't like short niggas, yo. Like, Kadi can tell you, I've never had a short nigga in my life. I don't like.
Tall, so you
I don't like short niggas, but he had me believing that this short guy I was on the ship with was texting me at 3:00 in the morning, telling me to come to his place, and that he had left something in the trunk of my car, and he had my phone in his hand, and he was like going off, like he's texting you. What was y'all doing? Why was y'all going to the movies? Girl, I got my phone back. It was one message from a week ago. I said, what the fuck
What
is
the
it?
message said?
Hi, Kadi, where you at? I said,
See
what
that
the
shit
fuck?
right there. Where you at?
I was like,
Why
what
nigga
the
ask you where you
fuck?
at? I would've, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? But it was like he was so angry with himself and the fact that this nigga messaged me today at 3:00 in the morning.
Yes, I'm telling you, this
I'm
is the
thinking like
thing.
maybe this nigga really messaged me.
When men are doing something, that's why I say I'm always afraid to cheat. And for that guy, I'm not staying. If he find out, I'm not even. Because I feel like men will really tell themselves stuff. And even if you're not cheating, just in general, they will tell themselves stuff and believe it. Like the way men heal is like with us, we gotta go through the whole process of just like whatever dealing with what we did. Men don't deal. They could just be like, you know what, she a hoe. Or she fucked such and such, and once he put that in her head, it's a go. He's gonna do whatever conscious free. Like, so I just feel like that whole insecurity thing is a manipulation tactic.
It's very manipulative. Like, and it was a really bad relationship. Like, it was very toxic. It was very abusive. But that was one of the key points is when that event happened, and I was really sitting in my looking at myself like, yo. This nigga really lied about something that didn't happen and had a full-blown story from start, middle to finish, back to fucking start, and had every detail. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
and you know what? But the crazy thing is, as toxic as it was, and just me cheating all crazy, I stayed.
That's what I want to get into.
It's okay.
Why isn't breaking up an option for y'all?
You don't
wasn't
for the option. You feel guilty. You feel like you're breaking up because you're cheating, but in reality, you breaking up because y'all just not meant to be together. The fact that you cheating and he possibly cheating, be insecure, that's a horrible concoction.
So why not break up though? Why stay and cheat? Why cheat and stay?
So because if I leave now, I'm gonna feel like I'm leaving because I'm cheating and I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Instead of saying I'm leaving because I knew I wasn't happy, but if I leave now, I'm gonna feel like I'm only leaving because I'm happy because I got this other nigga. But so let me stay and see if I stop cheating or if shit would change with me. I don't know.
I've watched situations where like the dude cheated the whole relationship or did some real foul shit, and the girl cheated after and got caught, and I watched the girl feel so guilty and almost as if she forgot. Bro, he cheated on you first. He cheated on you. He did it first. It's so crazy. I feel like women is not in our nature to like not retaliate, but like I said, with men is like once they get something little on you, even if they make it up, it gives them fuel to do you dirty. Women, we don't got that type of heart. So even if you get caught cheating afterwards, how you feel guilty, but you have a good reason. Well, there's never a good reason to cheating. Anybody want to call me? But if you felt the need to cheat, I feel like if there's a reason behind it, for me, if I had a good reason, then
What about the
I think-
reason of just being selfish?
Being
It's
selfish.
a selfish
That too.
Because you don't want that person to be with somebody else.
Cause I
wanted to break up.
Men say that all the
In
time.
mine,
They just
I
don't want
wanted
to be.
to break up several times. Like I'm like, you know, we just take a break. Like, cause
So why did you cheat and just stay with the nigga? Why did you cheat and
so
just stay?
it was really a toxic situation. Like there was like some abuse in there and everything. So part of it was like
Yeah, for real.
I wanted to leave. Like I legit was like, let's just take a break. Even before the cheating got to where it was. Like, cause before me and the guy I cheated on him with, we just kissed. We didn't do nothing. But it wasn't until after I was like, you know, I want to leave, and you're like, you can't leave. Like we already here, and I'm like, you know, I need like to breathe. I need to really breathe and get my mental space. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until I was told no, and I'm just like, all right, this nigga not letting me go. That's when the cheating actually like got amplified. Mm-hmm. I only stayed just because
it was, well, this is gonna be the tone of the relationship.
Like at this point, huh?
What's the sign?
He's a Taurus, so it was like we was both baby. It was like we was both
each other.
I hate me.
Two bulls.
I tried to hit him with my car. It didn't work out. After a while, I know I sound like the victim, but like after a while, I tried to hit this nigga with my car, so we even at this point. But
you
it was
tried to hit him with your car.
I did. He punched me in my face, Kadi. It was at that point. At that point, it was like you just gotta die.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just gotta.
Let me ask y'all this. We're gonna cover the why we cheat, but I wanna know what is the perfect type of person to cheat with? Is it an ex? Is it a new lover? Is someone in a relationship too, so they understand the risk?
It depends.
It depends.
Yeah.
Because when
I will say somebody that's not emotional though, because if they get their emotions involved and then you not ready to leave that person
Niggas
and they
chat.
ready, it's
Can you talk about that?
Niggas
That's another thing. That's talk about that.
No, I was gonna say, I forgot. You keep on going. It'll come back to me.
When you say men are chatty patties, that's my other nerve wreck. Men talk like more than women.
Like, do they really though?
Yes. I got guys they talk.
Y'all niggas be talking?
Look, they don't want to talk about, but they know men talk.
My current relationship, he still come up to me this day like, yo, who this? Cause you used to talk to him. I'm like, yo, how you find that out?
Right.
Like how?
Men
And
be
be like, I got my sources. Like when I started talking to my fiance, he somehow and like I grew up in East Orange and went to Orange, but he from East Orange. So he telling me stuff. I'm like, yo, how do you know this? Who told you that? What? That happened 11 years ago. Like what?
You know what I think it is? You know you cheating with, and you got social media now. So let's say you messing with a guy, you cheating with him, and he gotta watch your story, your Instagram, or you walk around, look happily ever after with your relationship. I feel like as much as men they say they cheat without emotion, it's an ego thing. Because any girl that they have, in a sense, you become territorial over.
Yep.
So seeing the girl still move, like be in her relationship, whether it's on social media, still see her boot up with her man, then it feels a need for him to retaliate for his ego. So either he might tell a friend, like, oh, they look happy, you know I'm smashing that. Like, no man is going to be silent about I'm serious. Like, that's like men are worse than women, like, as far as with the chatty pack, because I feel like as much as they say, oh, I cheat with no emotion, yeah, they might not be in love with you or not want to wife you or whatever, but I feel like in a sense they still want that feeling of ownership.
Right, it is territorial.
It's territory.
Yeah.
It's all about territory.
But to answer your question, what's the best type of guy to cheat with? Definitely somebody that's not emotional. But for me, it always just worked out with an ex. Like, we already know we not getting no further past this.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna still be fucking with each other because the sex is good. We chill, we mac. Like, we been together for so long or affiliated with so long. Like, for me to just walk out your life like, you my best friend. Like, fuck it.
But I feel like I get the new nigga to flex on my ex. So how would look when you coming back with your bags? Like, I feel like my pride won't let me go back to an ex because it's like I use my new niggas to flex on my ex. So it's like if I go back to my ex, you gonna be like, look at
my
you.
exes on bad terms. That's the thing. Like, I have probably one ex on bad terms who still reach out to me today like, hey, can we be friends? I'm like, ah, fuck you. But everybody else we leave on like, I don't want to say good terms because you break up, but it'd be on some chill terms. Like, fuck, we not together. Fuck it. Like, I don't know. So it's never like, oh, I'm about to flex on you with my new nigga, show you ain't shit. Like, nah, I got a new nigga. You see, he treat me better than you did. But I'm still fucking.
Is this cheating? So, like, are we cheating to get into another relationship, or is this just cheating for a sexual desire?
That's a good question.
If it's cheating for a sexual desire, I'm not gonna hold y'all. The best person to cheat on
You just cheating.
But if it's like a relationship and building, I would cheat.
There ain't no cheating. Nah.
If you're cheating just for sex, I think the best person to cheat on, and this is gonna sound so trifling, is a nigga who don't have his shit together. Because niggas who don't have their shit together be dropping the ball. That's the best nigga. It is what it is. Niggas who don't have their shit together always.
But those are the ones you end up falling in love with because they got time.
You just hit my soul.
They have time. Not only is this, they have time.
They
So the emotional.
And everything you do, like you drink water. Why you drink your water? Baby?
Yes.
You.
Not funny because it's so true.
The niggas that don't have their shit together, that's the best nigga to cheat on with.
I don't give a fuck who I cheat with. If it's a vibe, listen, I'm in a relationship. You just a nigga I probably just want to fuck or just go chill with. So if you're cool, if you could take me out on some dates, or if we could go out and eat and go out and party without any kind of attachments, it is what it is. You could be ugly,
but you won't get do y'all get emotionally
tied?
tied?
And he did not like that from me.
What?
I told a guy that he was like, "What are you looking for?" I was like, I'm just looking for like, just a vibe. Like we can go out, we can have fun. If it grows. And he didn't like it. But the day after, he said the same thing to me, and I was just like, "This is backwards." Men don't like that. Like for some reason,
because you hurt his feelings.
I was like, "What?"
Well, I don't know. If it's on some straight cheating shit, that's what it is. I don't.
But do y'all need the emotional, at least feeling? Like, do it need to feel like a relationship? So
me, no. I need to be straight friendship. We can go out and party and have a good time without any kind of, you going back to see a man? Oh, this or that. Don't have no motherfucking attachment with me. I'm cheating.
No, but I mean like emotional.
I'm not necessarily a jealous emotion, but like you want to
feel like a girlfriend. Like do y'all talk to each other like bro, and then go have sex, or is it really like babe, while y'all together?
No. It don't some bro shit. Like I don't know. Like
that's what I need. I need to feel like that.
It's no bro shit. It's just for me. It's like, hey, Ray, what's up? You want to go out to dinner? Yeah. Oh. Ray, come with me here. Like, it's really like your homeboy.
But when y'all together, is there any flirting? No, nothing. Is it bro?
It's a little flirting.
Yeah, not too much. Like
cheating.
I don't.
So do y'all drink beer with each other after y'all have
like beer. Yeah.
I feel like I need some emotion.
I think I would want to not be an emotional cheater, but I'm an emotional person naturally.
See,
naturally, if I'm cheating, my emotions are probably already with you anyway. Yeah. So it's already there.
I feel like that would be me. I would have two boyfriends. Like, no way. You can't be with nobody.
Like, all right.
One time I cheated and fell in love with the nigga.
That's what I feel like. What happened?
Yo, what the fuck?
So what happened? You left your...
No. And that shit was... I'm like, he was perfect. And then he was feeling me too. And I'm like, damn. And I get back home.
Did he know you had someone? I'm sorry.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah. He did. And I go back home and I just be looking at this nigga like, I found somebody so much better than you. I won't tell him. I just be looking at him like, I hate you. Like I found a nigga way better than you. Just much better than you. So and everything he'd say, I just be aggravated. But the nigga I was falling in love with, I honestly should have left this nigga and went with the one I was cheating with. I should have stayed with him because...
Why didn't you?
Right. That part
you
right
don't
there.
know?
No. I know I should have.
Regret?
Did you ever try to go back?
Yeah, we spoke and how it up. We yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want to say too much because
the ship is sell, or is it?
I don't
is it like
a
rocky?
Well, we're gonna leave it at that. You gave us
but I should have. Yo, he was communicative. I was able to have a communication with him, and he was so. You can break down in front of him. Remember that meme you had?
Oh, yes.
I can break down in front of him emotionally, and it would be no judgment. He was. First of all, I should have been with him, to be honest with you, because I felt like God sent him. I'm like, yo, we supposed to be together. You're probably my soulmate. He said you're probably right, and the bond was just crazy. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta leave my man. I'm like, I have to.
Yeah.
Why didn't you though?
I don't know. You know why I didn't leave? I didn't leave because he was a good provider, and then we had time, we had history.
Time get you.
So
That is real.
And you know, and I know that shit, and I know it, but I'm like, damn, I gotta leave this nigga. I'm like, you in love with this man? You feel like God sent him to you? Like you just gotta leave. And I didn't make work because, like I say, my man was a provider. He was an awesome provider, a great provider, but that motherfucker was so insecure and so jealous. It made it bad. But I'm like, we're gonna make this work. I love you, but I fell in love with this man because he's just better than you. He's communication, everything. And then my man had way more than this nigga did. He got his shit together though. He had potential. He wasn't no bum ass nigga. He was getting there.
Yeah.
And I already know he was gonna get there.
Yeah.
Bitch, he got there.
Man, you could have been right there. I never thought about it that deep when it comes to why you don't leave, but just in general, whether cheating is involved or not, leaving a relationship is so fucking hard.
It's time,
especially as you get older. Like, I just feel like the chances of meeting somebody to have that type of connection with is rare.
Yo!
It comes out of nowhere.
And it comes so natural. I used to feel like, because we older now, like late 20s, close to our 30s, I feel like, damn, if you ain't meet your soulmate in high school, then there's no chance, because everybody out
don't
here.
Say that.
No, I used to think, it's not like that no more. I used to think that because I felt like a lot of natural bonds where you and someone just connected had to start years ago. But sometimes you just meet somebody and it's like, and once you get that, it's like.
That's a whole topic within itself. Because I can tell you, like, I'm never dating nobody with a man. I'm engaged to a man that had a kid. And that's just how, that was my standards. But I understand where you coming from, just like, you with somebody you cheating on, but they provide, like, y'all split the rent. Y'all live a comfortable lifestyle. You're like, I'm like, now I'm about to figure out. Now I'm saying with a calculator, like, can I afford to live by myself?
Can I afford to break up with him like that? We were talking about, because a lot of men do cheat because they don't want to be there, but survival, like the cost of living is skyrocketing. A lot of men cheat because it's like, I can't afford to leave, whether she gonna put me on child support or whether rent is high, I can't afford to pay rent by myself. So it's like, that is a factor. Like, when you have a provider, it's like, do I got time to be chasing love right now? Can I afford to chase love right now?
And then you said, like, he ain't have his shit together yet, so you like, damn.
Yeah, I'm like,
but his credentials he had, I already knew the shit. I already knew what he was hitting for.
You couldn't wait, eat a few cheese sandwiches and wait for him to get there?
Yes, I could have. I was like, this is my man and he is a great provider. I don't want to leave my man. Yo, that shit, I was in between. And now it's too late.
Damn.
It's never too late.
That just hurt my soul.
He married or something?
No.
He got a kid?
I don't know.
No, we ain't gonna trigger her right now.
I'm like, wait.
I need to get back to
We like, where was the soulmate at?
Let me get back to some of this stuff that's on this
I'm
one.
gonna tell y'all when he's about to. All right.
We can't put everything on the cameras. I told y'all, this don't come with insurance.
Okay.
Anybody come looking for you. Oh my God, where's the list? I need to find that list that I was on. It's right here. All right, so other stuff that was on the list is how you know when your woman is cheating on you is the intimacy has faded. Would you have guilty sex with your new partner because you knew you was cheating on him, or do you just like
don't touch him?
You don't want to be touched, or
That's how
I don't get it.
it says like you'll know your girl's cheating on you if the intimacy faded.
Oh, okay.
So would you like not want to be intimate with them no more after you found cheated, or is it just like
don't touch? Like I said, I'm emotional, so I'm already in my head in a relationship with this other guy. You just have to
if you getting better dick from the person you cheating with, of course you want to be intimate with your nigga. Like, damn, I don't live my bad. I just came from.
Well, for me, I didn't become less. It wasn't like I still was doing. I still was doing not at the same time, but you was like it was. You was like it was. I understand because this real life attraction. It's always I stop like oh. I have a high. But mentally, were you there? I have a high. Yeah. But mentally, were you there? I was. Yeah. No. But my thing is, I was greedy. You're just greedy. I just have to be careful because even while during intimacy, I have to, I'm with this one now because one time I did switch up and say wrong name.
It be like that.
So what'd you do?
Now one time.
No, it wasn't.
I ain't said that shit. That nigga ain't hear it. I did it one time. I'm like, bitch, you
no, he heard it, but it was a person I was cheating with. Like it wasn't my man. Yeah. So he called it, but he said something about it, but
no, nigga, you know what you signed up for.
Yeah, you know what
can't be getting mad. You know what we doing.
Yes.
And me, I feel like the intimacy dies. It dies down. I Yeah. The intimacy, it dies down. Because you be like, I'm feeling this guy, and this your man, you be like, you feeling somebody else.
Yeah, it's just
You feeling somebody else.
What about they say you'll start being more disrespectful towards your partner?
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Like just not giving a fuck. Like
Like,
just,
get the fuck out of here,
yeah,
nigga.
just say
You like, put my toenail with your teeth. That's wild disrespectful.
You think I'm just disrespectful, Jay.
I think I'm just disrespectful. So when I saw that, I'm like, that's not true. I'm just disrespectful because like,
Nah, as soon as you cheat, your balls drop. Fuck you.
I just don't, maybe you know what it is? I feel like women, you get way more leverage when you're the person not at fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I gotta always be on top. I'm just a competitive person in general. Don't have to just be with relationships. So it's like, my fear to get caught if I was to be cheating would be like sky high because it's like I could not want to do no more, not attracted, don't care if he leave me. But if he leave me because I cheated, it's gonna hurt my soul. Like I need you to cheat. I be wanting to like I'm gonna send a sexy decoy to the house. Like I want us to break up. Like cheat on me, please. I just want to leave on
You
top.
right, though. Wait. You're right. You that is true.
Let's see what they have here. They guard their phone with their life. Anybody have phone stories? Cause this shit right here. How can you cheat with your phone now?
Phones stopped me from cheating. That shit was like, you know what? I ain't cheating. Fuck it.
These phones are
these
set up.
phones, are straight. Well, with mine,
I have a story.
it was like my phone was connected to my tablet, so sometimes my messages.
Yo, I know.
And that
She said
fucked
yes.
me up. Like I was good. Like
See, that's how the fuck with Apple
Then all of a sudden he had my tablet and the dude was sending me messages and I didn't know he was seeing our conversation.
Wait, to the Android users, what it
Did you
is
know?
like Apple has it where you can set up your laptop. So if you have Apple laptop or iPad to your phone, so every text message you're sending, like on your phone, the person on your tablet or your laptop
Apple
can
did
see.
something else because my friend almost got caught up like this. She wasn't even cheating. You can have your phone set up, like let's say you know my number. I can have your phone set up to send your messages to my phone.
Call forward.
See, that's why I got
text messages. And your
messages?
Your text messages could be sent to my phone, and you would never know unless you actually go into the settings and look at it.
You said you had a phone story.
So we all tell our phone.
Yeah,
I feel like we all
have
have
your phone kind of. Yeah, what's your phone story?
The first, I'm in the bathroom. I don't know how the hell. I have a password. So the nigga walked in the bathroom with and me and my best friend messages. You know you your best friend.
Ooh, that's the words. I'd rather you.
group chat.
That's the words. That's how you really get
Just
caught.
go to a nigga's text.
Please.
Message. Like. Cause your best friend be like, girl, I suck too.
You be going no time.
You be like, that nigga balls this thing last night. So he got the
I'm done.
He got the phone open, and I was like, what? I was like,
Girl, you shouldn't make that.
he came in, it was open. I'm like, how you get my phone open? And my phone reset, and I must have did it. Think I'm trying to do an update, whatever. He just pressed the little button and open. He comes in the bathroom, phone open to my girlfriend message. Me and my girlfriend messages. I didn't even wipe myself.
Oh my God.
I hopped at the toilet, and then he went in the living room, and I'm chasing him, my pants down, my panties is down. And he like, damn. And he tripping, he going all the way up. And he's tripping out. He like, why you tripping like that? So I got my panties up, and I tried to jump over the fucking couch. And now mind you, now I tripped, boom. Rolled over, boom, boom. And my pants still down. I took them shits off.
It's more serious things right here. These kids gotta go.
They was holding me up. I took my pants off, and I am jumping over furniture. I'm knocking shit off the table just to get my phone. And that shit was just tragic. He read a lot. He read some shit. He seen it wasn't nothing, but it was just you just reckless. I'm like, first of all, that's how girls talk to each other.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm like, it don't
I mean nothing.
Yeah. I'm like, it don't mean nothing. He like, you calling niggas handsome. I said, if I see a guy, he's handsome, whatever. I'm like, that don't mean I fucked him.
Right.
So all of you saying a nigga handsome?
No, girl, no.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, I've been in situations.
Yeah, like it was some shit. I had met up with my ex. He came from out of town, and when he seen it, he like, you met with such and such, and I'm like,
Gotcha.
no. I'm like, listen, I'm like, you written the text message wrong. I'm
You
like,
got reading my tone. Like, you got put the sad tone. Like, I wasn't happy.
I was like, no. I'm like, I didn't meet up with him. I was just saying. If he was to ever come down here, I made up some shit, and then that shit made sense. That shit made sense. It was a good ass lie. And I'm like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? He was just like,
not after you done tripped over your pants.
Yeah,
all that
everything.
In her defense, I just feel like how we talk to our friends in like messages. I feel like even if you're not cheating,
yeah,
I talk loud. Like,
I don't know.
I just talk loud. I like to talk like the single friend, even if I'm in a relationship. Don't nobody want no relationship, a friend in a relationship. Boring ass, I always talk about your man. We're going to talk about everybody. So I feel like, damn, that's the worst. I feel your pain.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't, even if it was, I'm like, I just don't want him to read our messages. Like, saying nothing, a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, that nigga dick was big, how you know? And I really don't know.
Yeah, you
like,
just talking, yeah.
And yeah.
What's your phone story?
my tablet, you know, because everything was connected.
Yeah.
So he's cool. Like we were living separately at the time. So, he's like, oh, we going to your house. I'm like, all right, cool. He had my tablet for some reason. I wasn't paying attention. So he looked at me. He driving. He like, yo, you still fuck with such and such? I'm like, nah, I ain't speak to him a mad long. He's like, all right. So y'all know Park Ave in Glenwood where that big building is?
Mm-hmm.
This nigga just pulls over and he like come out the car. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, maybe
that's the dude using a relationship.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe he just want to smoke or something. Why you want to smoke in front of him? He was like, yo, you still fuck this nigga Dwayne? I'm like, nah, I don't know. He opened up my tablet. He was like, Jesus. So why this nigga tell you to bring condoms?
Oh!
At that point, you can't do shit.
No, I would have died on the spot.
I'm like, what you talking about? He like, that nigga text you. I guess you was going over there. It didn't make sense. Because I used to delete messages like, yo, that nigga told you bring condoms. You said okay.
No, I said, God take me now. No, I lived a good life.
But literally, like, I was so shit. I couldn't even be mad. It's one of those things like, damn. He left me on the corner of Park Ave in Glenwood. I live in Bloomfield at this point.
Bruh.
I'm like, I just called my best friend like, yo, could you come get me? She's like, what happened? I'm like, this nigga found out about such a. He just left me here. She's like, bitch. She already knows. She's like, how you left found out? I'm like, I wasn't thinking you.
I was like, that nigga wanted some pussy. He wanted me to bring some condoms. I ain't really bring no condoms.
He wanted me.
That's tragic. Yeah, I would have definitely died. What's your phone story, Noelle? Do you have a phone story?
I actually got caught cheating in my phone.
Like you were sending pictures?
Yeah. Everything. Like I'm not a good cheater, y'all.
Girl, get your 4 boyfriends and just sit out somewhere.
He came back home and he went through the phone and like I was in. No, this is what happened. I was asleep and he tried to be nice and go pick up breakfast and bring it back to the hotel because he had just came home. So sleep, this nigga stole my phone. And I come home, I got McDonald's, and I'm like, oh, great. So he's like, so what happened with you and such on the flight deck? I'm like, what? Like, nothing happened. So he asked me again. And I'm like, nothing. And he was like, so why you tell your best friend that he fingered you right here? And I was
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, I would have definitely died with that too. God could have definitely took me that day. But I'm not defending certain shit. Like, I would just die. Like,
I was like, I don't know.
It's a typo.
I said, finger, I mean, he said from me.
But mind you, he cheated on me before he came home, so I'm sitting here defending myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, wait a minute, but you cheated on me first.
Oh yeah, I had a guy that I dated who would always say he would never go into my phone. I felt like because he said he would never, if I was doing something, he'd never want to see it. So I feel like when most guys do that, start searching and snooping for stuff, it's because they're looking for fuel to like do something too or keep doing whatever they're already doing.
I agree. I think when you start going to look for stuff, you find stuff.
Yeah,
like if you looking to find something, and no matter what you find, if it's small or not, you already.
And if they find it, don't leave you.
Like,
oh yeah, I'm not trusting you. You off of blood.
I look, I'm gonna find something, so I'm gonna keep looking until I find something because I know it. So
no, when they stay after finding out. It's not even about them only cheating. It's they're gonna bring that shit up. I feel like
God.
Shit, but it could be years down the line of like, yeah, cause that nigga, cause you No.
That's I made a video about that. I said I'm only gonna apologize. Nobody can make me feel bad about something twice. I apologize.
One good apology, that's it.
But I made a video about that. I said another reason why if I cheated, I would be a horrible victim. I would be a horrible cheater because I'm not going to be begging for your forgiveness. I'm going to keep it real. At this point, if it gets caught, I'm going to be real on why I cheated. I wasn't happy, or you cheated on me first, or this and this. Are you going to stay? If you going to stay, you going to shut up.
You find yourself saying that, like, listen, you stay with me, so I don't want to hear that shit no more.
For real.
You find yourself saying that, like, that you stay with me, you made that choice, I don't want to hear it.
I agree. But looking at, like, after this conversation, looking on the outside in, I definitely understand why you want the apology. Because even when I got cheated on, like, I forgave you, but I still brought it up. And it wasn't that I didn't accept your apology. I just want you to understand the hurt that happened, you know? Like, I understand you're sorry, but you're not understanding the hurt that you caused to me. Yeah. So I think when you bring it up, it's more of a, I'm not looking for that sorry anymore. I already forgave you, and I already decided I'm going to walk out with you. But I need you to understand that you really hurt me, and what you did dug deep. And I think that's what the thing is.
I think that
how many years can they use that excuse?
Okay.
Right.
But I think
no, you can't use it forever. But it does make sense. It makes sense.
Well, I just think he keep bringing that shit up because he out here doing dirt. You doing something, and that shit is eating you alive, and you think I'm doing the same foul shit that you done.
Right.
That's niggas.
Well, so this leaving to say, so y'all can say a woman never cheated. Have any of you ever cheated on a good man?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
No.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I did.
Stupid shit.
I did.
But you want to know something? And
that was a reason. Good reason.
It changed me because that's when I realized I was being selfish. Because you think to yourself, I have no reason to cheat at this point. Like this is because I have an attachment to this other person I'm cheating with. Because I told you I cheat with exes. So it's like, all right, I'm with this person. This man is perfect. You know what? It's not even worth it. Mm-hmm. If you get to that point, then you'll stop. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what happened for me. And I have no problem saying that. Like, my fiance went through my tablet. That's the one who found, the message about the condom. And he still stayed with me.
Yeah, you got to... And look at these niggas complaining.
And
she got a whole ring.
He brought it back up like, oh, but you still talk to him? Because, like, the way he found out was foul. And I tell him, like, no, I genuinely, no lie, I didn't stop talking to him right then and there, which he knows. Mm-hmm. It was a couple more incidents between then. But then I ended up, getting pregnant. I'm like, you know what? Where am I going with this? I'm starting a family. It's no reason for me to cheat on this man. It's no reason. That's what I'm saying. For me, it was more just selfish. Like, I can do that shit, so I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm not about to get that shit up. Fuck it. Right. But it was like, you know what? That's why I said, like, that was the only thing that stopped me from cheating was I finally met somebody and I had to say to myself, it's just not worth it.
You know and the thing was, it was a gamble because he was a great man, great dude, but the sex
was trash.
No, the sex wasn't even trash. Oh. It wasn't
because I was saying little. That's what I was saying. Like in my head when she said it, I was like, wow, I did.
No, for me, bitch. Oh,
no.
No, she's saying she can't do little dick.
Aleah had 2 men. Like, Aleah next level. You are never So did you leave him or did you just? Oh, you felt bad. See, that's why I be saying that charity case. People need to stop in their relationship every 10 business days and be like, you still want
That's my. Oh shit! Wait a minute.
You about to get revealed? Go ahead, No, oh damn. It's okay. I don't want to know who it is because I would never look at them and say, please don't tell me. But y'all done messed up my theory. I always felt like women. But your first time cheating ever, was it because someone cheated on you?
Yep. Yes. Tit for tat. Don't tip me, you're not gonna get tapped.
But then I felt like after that you go through this anxiety. Someone told me like they felt like after being cheated on, what made them start becoming a savage cheater is because they never wanted to put all their emotions in one basket.
No,
like I for me, I think I didn't, because I wasn't secure in my relationship, so I didn't want to put all that emotion in that because it wasn't secure for me. that my relationship. So I would always like to have somebody else over here just in case. Just in case things didn't really work out.
Yeah, that's
over here.
That's
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lose both of them.
Exactly. Yes.
But this is the thing. Your story really give me anxiety because it's like you feel like you could never meet both. Someone who has this shit together, great provider, and someone you have that connection with.
But you know, they said that you're gonna meet your life partner and you're gonna meet your soulmate.
Can we have both?
What's the difference?
Now they say your life partner is somebody that you're gonna build with, that you start the family with. They offer you all the security you need, everything you ask for. That's somebody you could really spend your life with. You pray for this person. He is everything. And then your soulmate is the person that you have to go through the ups and downs with to find yourself and to build each other. But y'all so connected, and it's like your soulmate is not the person you're supposed to be with, but you just cannot let that person go because you have a bond. And I have to find it. I read it on social network. It was actually Facebook, and I read this, and that's how I was categorized. Like I had to put him in categories. Like that's my life partner. Like that's the man I'm gonna be with. And he's a great provider. Then I got my soulmate, who we went through so many ups and downs, and we grew with each other. We built each other. We're always gonna remember each other. We're always gonna be attracted to each other, but we can't be together because that shit is never gonna fucking work.
Remember I was just telling a story about I fell in love with this man.
Right.
He was supposed to be my lifetime partner. He was really supposed to be him, and I should have did that because honestly, I really should have did that.
And I left my soulmate for my life partner.
Yes.
That's what happened.
And my soulmate, I'm still with my soulmate.
See, that's the hard part because it's like the older you get and the responsibilities you have, I feel like you can't survive. I feel like the life partner might be your best option because it's like after a certain age, the ups and downs got to stop. I want to get off the roller coaster.
And seriously, and that's why when you said this was your topic, I said now that I'm engaged, I feel like I can talk about this. That was the only reason I came up here. Like, you know, now that I've been through that, that's why I can come. But that's just my perspective. Just being like that transition, because you I'm never going to forget you, but I just know we ain't going to get nothing past this. I'm not going to be genuinely happy with you. Like,
I want to know, do they hit a 30 crisis?
Yeah.
30 years old crisis?
I'm 32.
I'm 30 years old. I want a stable relationship. I want a wife. I want a family. Like, do y'all ever?
I really don't think it's an age to it. I think it's an experience.
Yeah,
that a man reaches that, and I feel like a lot of times this ties into the cheating because, like I said, with the insecurity, the first thing our natural instinct is to feed it. Like, oh, he's insecure. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure and it's like the more we feed those little kid behaviors, like I said, it's not. I used the wrong word. I said insecurity is like a feminine trait. It's not really insecurity in itself, like the real definition. It's the childish habits that we have as men and women to cover up vulnerable feelings, like
how you express
yourself.
I that's the one thing. Like, I'm all for women, but I don't fault men, especially I don't fault black men when it comes to that because I feel like black men are really not raised to express their emotions. So when they get into that insecure state or that this and that state, it's volatile. It's volatile because they don't know how to really communicate.
But that's why I think as women, it's up to us. Like what I said is the experience. Like for us, we feed it instead of like, you know.
What you mean we feed it?
We feed it by like, okay, for example, if a guy's insecure, you're going to try to do everything in your power. I had that same issue with me being the cool girl, the social girl. And that's something I would never change about myself. I'm going to act with you, I'm going to act with my friends. And I always will attract insecure guys about that. And the first thing is, it started to make me self-conscious. Like, you're not going to have a man if you keep being social with people. Like, not be yourself. Not even being social. It's like, you're not being yourself. So I just went through this weird identity stage where it's like, I will go around dudes and it's like if he invite me around his friends or his family, a bitch will be a whole robot. Like, okay, don't laugh too hard because they feel like you're too cool. And it's like, this is not me.
That's where I'm at now in life. Like, I don't I truthfully don't know how to navigate like relationships or getting in relationships now anymore because I'm overly social and I'm really chill. So I've always been told, like, you know, you're not going to get a man if you're that chill, if you don't sweat him a little bit, or if you're, like, this loud, or if you're too funny. So now when I'm like, all right, well, I'm actually looking for one, well, do I have to like not make an inappropriate joke?
Well, you
do I have to like their
you
mom
didn't
a
find
little
yourself
bit?
yet.
You
Yeah,
never
like,
not want to be yourself.
Because it's not
So
going to work
it's
either
like, 'cause
way.
I love the fuck out of me. Like, I love me, but it's like, when it comes to guys, and like, you're always told that men don't want these social women, and it's I'm overly social.
You know
like,
what
I'm
it was?
very social.
And what I know when my relationship was stopped, it was one day I was just like, after I used to feed it, we went through this whole back and forth, and one day I said, "You're not happy." Like it was accused me of something. Like, I feel like you're talking to other people instead of me feeding into the argument, because feeding into it is also not just trying to feed like secure his feelings, but also trying to argue knowing you're not doing anything. So what I would do was, I said to him, "You're not happy with yourself." And I was like, as long as you're not happy with yourself, you're not going to be happy with me. As soon as I said that, I promise you the argument never came up again. Because I called it for what it was. And it forced him to take the mirror and look it back at himself. So he knew every time you approach me about some insecure stuff, I'm looking at you like, you're not happy. I called the insecurity out for what it was.
At least he took it into consideration, because the guy, at least he took it into consideration.
I think it's because I just said F it. That was my way of saying F it.
I say F it too, and I tell him, like, listen, you are so insecure. Then I just started saying insecure because I didn't want him to feel less of a man. I didn't want to break down his ego too much as a man. So I was like, you got to be a little bit more confident. I try to
encourage him.
Yeah, encourage his confidence, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Like,
yeah, sometimes it's a matter of you, like you said, you have to tell them, like, listen, whatever you feel inside, that's why you projecting it on me.
It's a you problem. You gotta know when a relationship is a we problem and it's a you problem. And give the problem back if it's a you problem.
Sometimes you could tell them it's a you problem and they still be like, no, it's not. Like,
but I'm
no,
like,
you don't.
That's clearly a you problem.
That's what made me confused, because I'm like, no, mind you, this home now. I'm like, am I causing this insecurity on you?
Gosh, this is stuff to consider when I think of insecurity. Does he have a social life? Does he take care of himself? Like, is he financially stable? Is he around good people? Because that stuff, I love going out. I'm social. I have friends. We go out. I have a lot of single friends, so I understand where that insecurity comes from. But I tell them all the time, like, they respect you. They already know. I already did all that shit. It's not entertaining no more. So when he starts acting insecure and stuff, I'm like, you need to go out.
Yeah.
You need to go with your friends out. You need to do something, or you need to take a day off work.
But see,
you're working too much.
You're right.
You need to go to the gym.
But to act like that sometimes and just be this person, it's like, is that me or is that you?
That's when is knowing yourself. Like going through that process of because I had to go through that. I had to really be like, I was always used to being the single social friend. That when it became an issue in a relationship, I looked at it like, something wrong with me, my too, like. And then when I've learned this lesson very early through a heartbreak. If something is not going to last, and if y'all not compatible, I don't care if you stretch it for 19 years or one day. It's not gonna work. I done seen 50-year marriages break down at the end. It don't matter how much you can prolong it. You can try to be immune to it. Something is gonna happen. If it's not you consciously taking the step to walk away, the universe is gonna work away where y'all not gonna work. And with me, I'd rather happen sooner than later. Let's speed it up because there's other fishes in the sea.
Your soulmate phase is over.
Right.
No, that's because even with my situation, I knew 2 years into it that wasn't right for me.
Right.
But I still stayed. I stayed for a total of 5 years, so I stayed for 3 years longer, and things just got worse. Like just physical, like it was like physical abuse, verbal abuse, and then I had suffered a miscarriage in that relationship as well. And just that whole, even though the few people that knew was very supportive and very much there for me through all of that, the one person that should have been there wasn't there.
That's how God do you dirty.
And
like, let me show you why this person for you.
And it was like him telling me that.
Let me show you what you about to stay with.
Exactly. He's not for you. This is not the person you're supposed to have kids with. And this is the reason why. Look at how he's treating you while you're going through this. And it just was... it just got worse as time went on and on and on. And things got to a boiling point when I I had gotten into some legal issues because of what had transpired between me and him. That
he actually swiped some cards?
No, nothing like that. That could have very much affected my future, but God willing, things worked out well. So
I was just trying to teach you.
But yeah, things definitely get worse.
Well, let me ask y'all this. So have y'all ever cheated with someone who was in a relationship too?
Yes, I've
and
done
that
before.
Doesn't make it easier because they got something to lose. You got something to lose.
Because you know what, females are bitter. So the guy was messing with. He got a girlfriend eventually. And she will call my phone. She'll block me on his phone. And I just be like, I can't talk to you because she'll be the one to actually reach out to this person and tell them, like,
I know.
Yes. That's why you gotta be. You gotta maneuver it. You gotta know. So it depends. Like if she's completely clueless, that's different.
Yeah.
If she knows to the point that she's blocking,
she gonna hit up your man. I know somebody who's done that.
Answering the phone when you call, like, what you want, like, wrong person. Like, no.
It was like really dangerous because I think I fell in love with that person. Like I would tell everybody about that one person, and that person I truly felt was my person. It was just at a really bad time. I was going through what I was going, ending my relationship, and he was going through problems in his relationship. So we just met at a party, and it was just an instant vibe. It was madness. Okay, see you see me, boom, and we were inseparable. And then only reason we ended is because I just moved back home. But I feel like that was my person, and eventually I got emotionally attached to this one person. And it's just that.
And he had a girl too.
He was in a relationship. And it was a bad relationship. I guess they made it work now, but it wasn't a flourishing relationship. The girl wasn't there. It was just really bad. They were always arguing. But
he told you all this. How you even know all that?
He told me.
See, that's the thing.
The thing was I talk to people, so when I'm in that time, it wasn't we're just talking to be with each other. We're just talking to vent. So you don't have to protect my feelings. We in the same situation. You can tell me about your girl. I'm gonna tell you about my guy. I'm not protecting your feelings at all. I'm gonna tell you if I was having sex with this person last night, just like I expect you to tell me.
Right.
So when he was telling me, it was just more of a
venting thing.
It was venting thing, and because it was a venting thing, it became a really big friendship thing. Because now we have this bond, and I understand where you're coming from. You understand where I'm coming from. But you're still here, and I'm still with this person, and it's just not going to work.
Wow. What was yours that you remembered?
First of all, that was my ex, and we wasn't even cheating. We're just cool as hell. That's my boy, and we used to link up, just chill, probably smoke. We were just cool as hell. Mm-hmm. And his girlfriend was just so damn jealous, so she actually inboxed me. This long ass, and then she was talking a little greasy. So I'm like, I can have him whenever I want. That's facts. I'm just talking mad shit. I'm like, I can have him right now. Right now. I'm like, you really not in my way. I'm like, I'll let you have him. Talking mad shit. I'm just breaking down her ego. And I knew it. Mm-hmm. And then, because I knew him, we been together for, that was really my best friend. We was just mad close. We knew everything about each other. I knew his family. We were just cool as shit. And that message was irrelevant as hell.
I'm not having sex with this man. Mm-hmm. Nothing, but she just didn't like the bond. That bond, that's your girlfriend. So you gonna get jealous. You vibing with another, your ex. This your ex. Your girlfriend, And so this girl gets to his phone. She sends the messages to my man. Everything to him. Every motherfucking thing. Us linking up, us meeting up, him coming to New York, me and my girlfriend. He sent him everything. She sent him everything. I didn't know the bitch knew. She was lurking on my social media one time. And was like, oh, you with such and such? I know him. Sent him everything.
So,
I said, oh, shit.
Needless to say, don't cheat with somebody who's already in a relationship.
It depends, because my situation, it was different. He had his situation, he has his girlfriend, and I had, my relationship. And I think it was because neither one of our partners knew. Like, it was kind of like she was in the dark and he was in the dark, so we just did our own thing. So to me, it actually worked out better that way, because it was like, okay, we both have something to lose in this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going, one, you already know what it is. I already know what it is with you. We're not getting too attached. Just, no. It was like, you can't be calling me bae. So, like, I have certain rules, like, certain things you cannot do if I'm, you're not my man, but I'm just cheating with you so I just have certain things that we're just not going to do, certain boundaries. So it was just, he kind of knew what it was, and I kind of liked it that way, because it was just,
oh, you can hit it from the back, but don't kiss me.
yeah, exactly.
I don't understand. That's the stuff I don't understand. That's why I feel like can't cheat, because it is certain boundaries. Like, first of all, can we talk about how we got these men? It's an all male, like, behind the camera right now. And I promise you, they probably texting their girl like, "Tell me the truth." I heard what y'all be doing. Okay, so I want to leave it off with this. I want y'all each to go around and say something that you learned about yourself through cheating, or something that made you stop that women could use.
Okay.
Oh, me first,
Yeah.
and then damn.
You still thinking you want to go this way? You got
No, I got it. Although I have cheated, overall, I think if I could take it back, I would have taken it back. Because what I found out about cheating from my personal experience is I'm not like a natural cheater, So if I cheat, it doesn't do anything for him. It doesn't make it hurt for him. He's still probably going to stay. But it does give him the right to be like, that's why you this, that's why you that, because I stepped out and I did that on my own. So if I could do it, I probably wouldn't cheat. I would definitely just leave now all of a sudden.
Me. What I learned through myself.
Yeah.
I learned I was selfish. Because I would cheat on people I didn't have no reason to cheat on.
Mm-hmm.
And I just learned that I was selfish. And do I cheat now? No, I don't cheat anymore. I felt like, I don't want to say I felt like I had to cheat, but I don't know. When I did do a lot of my cheating, it was what I would call my whole phase. Where
which is necessary.
I needed that.
Right.
Like,
Everybody needs one.
I needed that. I needed to feel like I was the one in control. I needed to feel manipulative. It just made me realize, like, all right, I did that shit already. I'm not curious about it. But I definitely realized I was selfish, because, like I said, I would cheat on good ass people, like, but the same person though. For overall, it was the same person. Just like every relationship I got, like, his name would come up, and I knew I was still fucking with him. But I'm like, that's just selfish, because you just don't want to let that go.
Mm-hmm. And you, Kadi?
Well, I've never cheated before, but anybody watching, tell me. So now I've said it before. I've never cheated before. However, I had the theory of cheating, and you all said it. Like, one of the reasons why I don't cheat is because I'd rather leave the retaliation. 2, I'm not a good cheater. 3, I'm not going to apologize. I might apologize once. After that, I'm not going to allow myself to sit in the ridicule of constantly being accused of cheating and now having to relive it. I like to make my mistakes and move the fuck on with life. So I feel like with cheating, for most relationships on either end, I've never seen a couple recover from cheating and the residue still not linger in the relationship.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm good with that recovery process. But I would say this. I feel like any lesson that I feel like most women will learn is, if you cheated 9 out of 10 times, you could have just left. I don't get why you don't feel like you could just leave and then come back.
I'm
like,
it's really not the
take a
women's
break.
side.
If you really just want to deal with
It's
somebody else.
not, like, I'm telling you,
Let me tell
female, I've tried to leave. Like, I legit was like, I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna come back. Like, let's just take a break. That nigga was not hearing that. Like, it was not in his head that it was a break. No, we're together.
Can I say
I don't want to
something?
leave and take a break, because
What if you get with somebody else?
Yeah.
But see,
That's what his logic was.
Yeah.
What if
It's
it's
like,
like somebody
damn.
else?
But-
and then I always, if I do leave, I want to come back. Like, I want to come back when I want to come back. I want to fuck with this nigga for this amount of time, but can I come back?
But
And
see,
then
that's
I'm
why you
not
gotta
sure.
end it. Let me give you the secret. That's why you gotta end it in a way where they're at fault. I look at it this way. Let me tell you. This is why I leave relationships. Not just to leave because I want to leave, but sometimes in any relationship we gotta at least break up one time so I know if you really want to be here. Because I feel like if a man really want you, I need to make sure at all costs you will come back for me. So one, you got to make sure that they're at fault when you break up. If you're at fault, not just he might not come back. Like, you might listen to some Dr. Phil and then.
You guys made me want to go home and ask my fiance, like, why'd you stay with me?
Really? I feel like a man really want to be with you.
It makes me want to go home and say why? Because I swear when he left me on that curve, that was my last time seeing him.
He love you, bitch.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it make you stop. But
If a man stays while you cheat on him
and marries you after he cheated and propose, yeah.
And that's why when you guys are saying like, oh, maybe that means he fuck with other people. In my head, and I could be being vulnerable. It's like I'm like, oh, my nigga ain't fuck with nobody. Like that's me.
Like as a
That's
woman,
me. Like yeah, like if he stays because if I'm like, nah, he really can't. He really
I don't put enough past nobody.
I feel like the retaliation would scare me. Like I feel
if
like
he was to cheat down the line and he bring that shit up years ago, like it's like, can I be mad? But like.
Well, you know how you fighting with your siblings and they hit you? You be like, just get your hit back. Get your.
Right
I feel like if my dude gets me go cheat, please. Like I would be begging him, like, cause I just want to know. Like I'm like, I need to know where these gunshots gonna come from. Like, if I get caught cheating, hurry up, go cheat on me real quick, please.
Even he going to DR in November, like, just get your dick sucked. Go ahead.
Well, yeah,
Well, if we are wrapping up, what I've learned from cheating, was. It don't make no sense it doesn't make any kind of sense to be in a relationship because you're either not happy, you're not satisfied, it's something that's not meeting your needs, and you're gonna go cheat. So you're not wasting my time just being with somebody cheating.
Do you believe in cheating out of habit? Like just because you just out of habit?
Absolutely, hell yeah. That shit is.
It's like you want to get away with it.
It's like and then you just be on some bored shit, like a nigga, just bored as hell, and you want to just go date somebody else. But if that's the case. Don't even waste your time with no relationship, nothing. So that's what I have learned. Don't waste your time, don't do it. It's so pointless. It's just, but I don't know. But then again, it's hard as hell because it's like, I want to be with this person. And they just have these flaws. So you look for them in another person. So do you stay and work it out or... Yeah.
The world would never know.
The world would never know. You're right. So what I've learned from cheating is just take your time. Take your time with yourself.
Yes.
Take your time with yourself. Get confident in yourself and know who you are, and then you get into a relationship. If you don't know who the fuck you are, do not
stay by yourself.
That's it.
That's for
That's
real. Just because of just like how we talked about the insecurity, a lot of the triggers to a woman cheating, the stuff that men do. That PTSD afterwards, dealing with a very insecure man that leads to abuse, verbal, physical, is just like not worth that.
Just know yourself.
You
know
got
yourself before you decide to do anything because you're gonna be so confident once you know yourself.
And
you
then
know what you want.
And it attracts other confident people.
That's
whole people attract whole people.
Yes. Because
But with me, I've learned one thing I wouldn't take it back what I did, and the reason why I wouldn't take it back. No, the reason why I wouldn't take it back because it taught me a lot about myself. Like I lost myself in that. It gave me for me to find myself again and really find who Aleah is again and love her again and gain her confidence back. So like you said, so you can attract like-minded people and whole people. So even with me, with the new guys that I'm seeing now, like you said, sometimes cheating could be a habit. I realized that I have to not fall back in temptation again. So when I say I have to delete and block, because those dudes were still in my phone. But once I was like, you know what, I can do this. Like he's a good man, he's a good person, and there's no way I will ever disrespect him in that way. Exactly. So it's called delete and block. And remove them out of my life and just continue going down this
and we getting older now, I don't got time.
Yes, exactly.
And that answers the question. They always say, oh, once a cheater, always a cheater.
No.
That's no, I don't think so.
It's a growth thing. You just have to grow. It's a growth thing.
Yes, definitely.
But every woman have cheated. Every woman have cheated.
One way or another. That's why I feel like people look at cheating as just like a sexual thing, but I think it starts mental first before it gets anywhere else. And it's like once your mind even if it's not a person, but your mind start wondering on what could possibly be outside of your relationship, you just started cheating. And at that point, I think it's a sign to self-reflect, take the time, like I said, to get to know yourself, because I just feel like the karma that comes with it is just not even worth it when it could have just been a conversation.
Yeah, it's a headache for both parties.
Man. Oh, thank y'all so much. This was a good episode. Like, this was really one of my favorite episodes. Y'all missed out. Guys, do y'all have any questions y'all want to chime in or any comments? Are y'all heard? Y'all gotta be on camera, but y'all can talk.
Any of y'all been cheated on?
I want to know.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
No,
No, go ahead.
it's not saying I never cheated, right? Because one of the main reasons because I'm just a very paranoid person and I'm bad at lying and it seems like a lot of work.
Right.
And like I don't know, you guys make it sound easy, but it just looks like it's just so much. I gotta have like 4 different phones. It just looks like it's just so much work that's not worth it to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, like I don't know. I guess.
Are you in a relationship?
Right now, no. But
Okay.
when I was, I wasn't even interested in that. And even if the thought came to mind, I was just like, that's a lot of work.
Did you ever suspect your woman to have cheated?
No, not even that.
So what were you gonna ask?
So I don't even know how to.
Because we
really,
all
but
got
it was
caught.
just like that. I guess. Oh, because you ended up all getting caught. But like the process of that didn't were you paranoid while you were doing it? Were you always worried? Was it just easy? Like
Nah, you don't
it was
get
just like
In the moment.
Yeah.
In the moment. When you get caught is when it's like, shit,
Oh.
I got
Unless
caught.
you cheated and you get and they call you like, where you at? And they get a text like, where you at? What you doing? I'm like, this nigga watching me.
Right.
I gotta record this. What about y'all? Any women cheating? Did you guys have any?
Wait, I wanna ask some questions. I wanna know, do y'all vent? Well, see, y'all grown as hell, so a lot of stages is over for us. You know what I mean? But
you know, during your life or whatever, or probably recently, I don't know. Do y'all vent? Like women vent? Like, do you get upset at your lady and be like, yeah, just this bitch made me mad, da 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 da? To other women unconsciously, like, do y'all vent?
Nah, you know what?
No?
Yo.
So men don't do that?
You gotta be mindful of who you bring into. I'm actually married, so you gotta be mindful of who you bring into your relationship. I would feel uncomfortable if she was venting to like a guy. And if I'm venting to like a girl, like I would really just vent to her. I'm blessed to be with an understanding person, so that just happens to work out, and I'm understanding. But I don't think that I should just be bringing other people that they really don't have any business. I don't think they don't need to be in our, like, they don't need to be a part of that. I mean, my personal opinion.
Yeah, don't bring people into it.
Not everybody deserves to know all your business like
Now,
that.
that's where you at now. Like I said, it's mad
I've been
stages
on
in
it.
our life. See? Oh, shit. But that's just you because you're just understanding man. You feel me? So it's so easy to deal with.
All right, so I understand, like, if you with somebody that you feel like you really can't get to, then of course you're going to talk to somebody that you can confide in. You just have to be mindful of where that's going to go. You know how that goes, like, it starts with a confine, and then it starts with he listens, he understands out of nowhere that you in bed with this man. And then it'll be the same way the other way. And then, but they got to, like, I mean, yeah, you did something wrong, but it started with what, you feel me? It started with how he is and how that girl is. Make it happen, you know, with either gender. I just think you have to be, like, you got to be mindful of who you're really dealing with, and, you know, I think that's basically it. I mean, you know.
Have you ever? Like I say, we all grown as hell now. So why should we don't do no more? So have you ever vented like this, like
another chick?
Yeah.
I have to be mindful of the way certain people ask questions. It sounds like I'm like, yo, I don't know if I want your energy around what I'm trying. I don't know if you got the answer for what I'm trying to figure out. You feel me? Unless it's like, I don't know, like, because at the end of the day, the issue I got to solve is with her. You know what I'm saying? So
there's too much power in that information too. Like,
wait, let me ask all four of y'all something. When all of y'all did what y'all did it start like that? Did it start with a conversation that's because the other person wasn't understanding, and then it all led to that? Did y'all have that same story?
It did.
Somebody for all four of y'all? Like,
It started with, the conversation led to hanging out.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that just progressed. So, okay, we confide in one another, like confide in a person about
You
my
want to
situation.
go out now? And I was like, you want to go out?
Yeah.
but I seen both of y'all had like, all y'all had like the kind of like thing where it's like y'all had like a phone situation or going in the phone.
It happens because y'all both feel like that's something that you do have to guard. You don't want this person while you communicating with extra people. And if we got time working on ourselves, like individually and us together, then how the hell do we have time for, you know what I mean, other people? And so then it gets like, oh damn, you are something's falling
But it's all
off.
about
So
the foundation.
this is
gotta start
just
foundation.
to defend everybody here at this table.
Because black women don't cheat.
Exactly. Black women don't cheat. So
Start it off.
a lot of the stories here, it seemed like the cheating was some form of retaliation. So it seemed like it was at one point somebody was hurt.
That's my theory.
So with your point, it's like, all right, well you're going through my phone, I'm going through your phone to like see what's going on. But you have to realize that you started this first. Like, why is it expected for me to forgive you, not go through your phone, but yet you can do the same thing, you know? Like, it's...
Right. Can I ask a question, though? Do you think more commonly women cause the men more pain when they cheat than the men?
No, I do. Because the thing is, I do. Because men don't cheat. Men
Let me tell you something. Men kill them on sight. That's a fact.
Women cheat. It's an emotional thing.
That's what I'm saying. A dude could cheat and, have sex with a girl that he doesn't give a damn about. A woman will cheat with somebody that she actually likes.
You don't give a damn about her.
They think, no, they both wrong. It's both wrong. But I know for a fact that when men, like, dudes, I know that fella that they girl treated well. I'm talking about balling.
It was done up. A lot of dudes don't know how to communicate that emotion. If they got a girl around them, they love that girl.
Like,
Like,
say you know somebody that has
want
done
that
something
person
like that, right?
around
And then they act like it's not a big fucking deal. Why?
No, I think it's just that, cover it up. Yo, men don't like showing emotions, especially some men don't like showing emotions to women, because they still want to keep that persona, and some women don't even want to see that in
That's
them.
why so
In that same conversation, to go back to your question, we all acknowledge that most men cheat sexually and women cheat emotionally. That's fine. But it doesn't mean that your cheating didn't hurt me just as much as you cheated on you. There's no way to hurt more. It's just that I feel like men process that a little bit. Y'all process it like, oh my God, you just stabbed me in my heart. Like, y'all be like, damn, you stabbed me in my heart and killed my dog. And we still here like, all right, you cheated, broke my heart.
Wait,
and then I gotta forgive you.
What were you about to say? It's an
I was gonna say that the like what commonly hurts women when when a dude cheats on them, the things that they think about or the insecurities they begin to bring on is actually facts when it comes to a man, because you do like this guy. You do actually, you know what I'm saying? So for a man, it's more like, it's a fact.
So we do trigger the insecurities.
But even then, right?
I'm trying to be careful here.
But even then, is that right? Because it's okay. Like we cheat, and y'all be.
No, it's not right on either end.
It's not.
But I'm just saying, I feel like dudes don't even assume that their woman would cheat. I feel like girls, they be like, they got a little contingency plan for just in case he do. So if it happens, their healing process is
It's a game. Nobody want to lose. I feel like it's a game and nobody want to lose. And then when you see like, oh shit, I look like I might be losing. And it's like you start opening up.
Hypothetically speaking, your lady cheat. Would you think you had something to do with that? What would you think?
Yeah, I would think a whole bunch of things. I would think I had something to do with it. Then I would think what was going on that I didn't know about. I would think like, when did she have time to like cultivate this relationship on the side, and I was oblivious to it. I'm gonna go back into a whole bunch of stuff in my head, and then, I feel like. I would jump into like an insecurity type thing. I would be on some eyes. What am I not bringing to the table? Because if I was to do it, I don't think she's gonna be on her. What am I not bringing? She's gonna be like, yo man, this was horny, man, and I wasn't here. I just wasn't around for like a day or two. Like it's gonna be a whole different mentality.
No, but some women think like that too. Like,
I know that's the thing. I'm trying not to generalize. I know that's not all the case. Like that's another thing that people need to understand, that we can't. Like, not all men are the same, not all women are the same. Like, people really move differently like that. Some girls will just do that because they have that feeling. And some guys, like, if you stop speaking generally, people really get to understanding each other. So you can stop having a lot of these, feel me?
I'm sorry, wait. So do you think it's more common for the man to feel as though he's not equaling out to something like you said. Like when a woman cheats, the man like, yo, what don't I do? What don't I have? I feel like with women, we automatically compare ourselves to the other woman.
Yes.
So do you feel like the woman comparing herself to the other woman is more common, or the man trying to figure out what he did wrong is?
I would think about that. I would think like, I would be like, who is this nigga? That's the first thing I was like,
What he got?
Yeah, I'm gonna think like that. Like, yo, what's because it depends on if our relationship is solid. I'm talking solid. I'm gonna be like, who's this nigga to come crack this shit?
Facts,
and
like,
fuck this up? Like, I gotta handle him and then I gotta handle this. Like, that's how my mind's gonna.
And I think that's where the checking comes from, because it's like, yo.
You have to build that. And you gotta, unless you just go out and just
Foundation.
So when did that happen?
Yo, the men that y'all were with, did you catch them slipping on what y'all felt y'all needed emotionally or
Absolutely.
Whatever? So all four of y'all, right?
Me, I can honestly say, and I've admitted it, it was habitual and it was just me being selfish. Like the person, so when I first decided I wanted to be a cheater, because the person I was with cheated on me. So I was talking to this guy who ended up being my boyfriend afterwards. But since I cheated on this first guy with this guy, and this guy stayed around for so long, every relationship afterwards, he was always a factor. Because it was just habit. Like, oh, you got a new nigga, I see him, but you already know what it is with me. Same thing, oh, you got a new bitch, oh, she cute, but yeah, make sure you here what time you supposed to be here. So it was more so habitual for me.
And see, when I was younger, it was what it was. Now I'm older and grown, and I do some cheating shit, it's because you lacking some kind of communication. And then, like I said, I'm going to confide in this man, he giving me this, and it's like, damn.
Do y'all feel like y'all couldn't, none of y'all wanted to just be like, all right, since you're not giving that, I'm done with you. So they still had something there that was pulling y'all back.
Definitely.
Because it was, for me, I
was
couldn't
providing.
So it wasn't
See, I my man was a provider, straight provider.
So that's what kept about the he was
nigga was in there.
He was a provider too, but his communication was A1, and I felt protected. I felt protected emotionally. I felt protected physically too. And it's like, because you lack communication, I don't feel protected no fucking way at all. So it's like, how I don't express myself to this man when this my man over here. That shit was crazy.
So was it tough to have that conversation with him as opposed to being like, I think I'm just gonna get what I need from him. I got what I need from him.
Was it tough to have the conversation with my provider? No, it wasn't tough. I always try to communicate the shit that was lacking in the relationship, but I guess that was just him. That was just his personality as a man.
Because if I ever get cheated on, I'm going to think that somebody else found out a problem that I have in my relationship before
young.
I did.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
29.
Dang, that nigga ain't young.
I
he
feel
older
like,
than you. You're 30. Look.
Generally speaking, I feel like more women's perspective on cheating should be like how men are. Like, you know how women are, like we say, women like, what did I have that I was missing? I more so think like, if I'm in a relationship with a dude and you slept with another woman, I really look at you like you trash, like you're disgusting. I don't want I don't want my man to be a virgin, but once I have that perspective of you, like you a whole pastor around hoe, like look at her, you probably
why not?
Why what?
You say you don't want your man to be a virgin? Why not?
I mean, what we doing a virgin?
Go ahead.
But yeah, I think I look at that way. That's what will make it easier for me to walk away. Like once you cheated on me, it's just like I'm disgusted with you.
You agree with Kadi that?
Oh, this is the voice of reason. I'm baby Oprah. Voice of reason. How y'all doing out here tonight?